Hello there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? Today, I have just done one video. That was a list for fragrances, but usually I do like two, three in like a batch. So that's sort of like crazy things that I have been doing for a long time. Obviously, there is intention to get views and all that. So it's a transparent thing. More and more work you do, you get better paid. But then again, you have to get views and stuff. You have to have a fan base. So I thank you all once again for all your support, all your love, watching me and then leaving a comment or buying fragrance on my recommendation. These all mean like a world to me. It's like this is everything I work for, like your love, your best wishes, and your happiness. Okay, sometimes also bashing, it's okay. But today I want to do like a morning thoughts episode on a very important topic, sort of like I thought of this and I think I want to share this with you. But let me show you my scent of the late night. It's around 4:30. It's Herod, okay, Parfum de Marly, one of the best tobacco based perfumes, and the time is 4:35. Why am I showing you this piece? I told in my review, like the list when I was doing, I'll talk about this watch a little bit, okay? Because we share, I don't want to rush about stuff. I do random talks, whatever hits my mind. So this watch I got yesterday, and I am not a very rich guy to per se. Like some of you think like, oh, he collects a lot of perfumes. Man, I do a lot of sacrifices to do collect perfumes. But I have a sort of like a love for watches, but I cannot afford like a Rolex or Omega at this current moment. Maybe someday if God wants, I can. But for me, the brands don't matter. For me, what I love, a watch that looks nice to me. It has this functions or dial that I love. So I got this one from SS Luxury Import, one of my best friends in Bangladesh. He owns this page, and he brought two. So one of my other best friends who got the watch, I got to try it, and I absolutely love the champagne bezel. I don't know, no, it's champagne the dial, and then it's a beautiful automatic watch, and it got this mesh, it got this nice lume, got this nice side profile. So basically, my love started for Seiko, like from this watch. I got this very like 2016 or 17. This one, Seiko 5 Sport, I think. Yeah, this one is like, I think, sea urchin. I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name, but this one got officially discontinued, I think. So I still wear that, and I have a special soft corner for automatic watches. So those who afford more expensive watches, I'm happy for you. But if you say, hey, why don't you buy some expensive ones? Maybe I cannot afford. Perhaps my preference is on perfume. So I know people who have expensive watches don't have any expensive fragrances. So it's where your priority is. So for example, let me show you one of my most favorite watches in recent time I love wearing. Where did I keep it? I think this one. This is from Casio. It's not really cheap. It's around $100 budget. But this red dial that I bought, Day Date, man, this got one of the most beautiful dials I ever seen. If I put it in sun, you'll see how beautiful that looks. So just sharing. So thank you so much. The page, I'll leave a link below. If you happen to be in Bangladesh, you can buy the watches from them. And I think genuine watches are important to purchase, because you do not know, in Bangladesh is very tricky. So I'll put a link below. If you can go through the page. They sell perfumes, luxury watches, and some of the affordable watches too, like Casio, CK. Sorry, no, not Casio, CK and stuff. So you can go through it, and you'll get some nice little limited time piece. So the Herod is projecting nicely. After the shower, I'll go for, like, taken a shower late night because I fell asleep, middle of the night. It's winter, I walked. So the topic that I had on mind is not these. I have a very serious topic on mind, and I hope I can cover everything that I want to say. I don't want to make it super long, but usually I carry on. So those who love to listen, hopefully you can connect once again. So today I want to talk about this thing, being sarcastic, wanting to be viral with wrong reasons, and wanting to take like shortcuts to be happy or successful. These three things are sort of like harming us the most in many ways. Many of us do not realize. They'll be like, hey, there are crimes worse than that. People are committing crime, theft, murder, rape. Why are these important? So, like, these are not all. Like, there are other things like lying, people are deceiving. Yeah, those are things, cheating. But more so than everything, these are all interconnected. How? First of all, many of us are not realizing nowadays we have very little creativity, okay, from people, and creative people are not really encouraged. They are bullied, on most part. When they want to create something genuine or something original, it's not always that everybody will appreciate your creativity, but every single human has something special in them, right? I believe that with my heart. God gave everybody a heart and brain, and it's a mysterious thing how our lives, like sort of functions. Even people with all this modern day technique, they cannot create another human being or real life. So it's a gift. When human beings are born, they are everybody is gifted. Some people utilize, some people don't. But those who actually are trying to make a difference or try to think like, hey, I'm gonna, like I have interest in agriculture, okay, or I have interest in animals or fish. Maybe he wants to be a scientist, so it will show, in their post or whatever they say, or their, the study they want to do. But you know there are the other side of people who are never encouraging them. I see a lot of pages. I always put a love. First of all, if I see someone trying a, let's say, fragrance review, and he's a newbie, and maybe he's reviewing not a very expensive perfume, so people will bullying him. Hey, you are wearing this cheap perfume. Don't wear cheap. Do not cover cheap fragrance. Buy expensive ones. See, not everybody can buy expensive stuff. So you are demoralizing a guy who's trying to start, but he will just maybe walk away and like, oh, this is not a nice. It's a bitter world. So slowly you are killing people's soul. Okay. If you are that person, like always being sarcastic, you think ha 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 funny, some brutal comment, you want to be like savage. So what happens in that process is that people who do this, they don't have any creativity. They think I'm so funny, I'm so creative, and I just became popular. See, want to be viral, and people will give them likes and love. So hurting someone, you are being happy. So think of that. I leave it up to you how you process it. But when it's funny, it's funny. Sometimes there are some things really bad that I enjoy myself, but I'm not perfect. But on most part, people who are good-hearted and innocent, you should always encourage them. If you cannot encourage them, just ignore the post. Maybe you are doing him a huge favor. So the next thing I want to say is savage. Like these savage people, what they do is they sort of like always go to different channels. I'm going to talk about from my line of work because I suffered from this, but I don't take it so seriously anymore. I have suffered this early years where a lot of kids and a lot of people who do not have any interest in fragrance, no affordability, no collection, nothing, they'll be like, ha ha ha, what do you know? Look at your cheap collection, you don't have any niche. A lot of jealous people, they themselves do not have anything expensive or that many fragrances. They have no passion, they have no real reviewing point, they're just wasting their time. They sort of like try to harm me. But the thing is, I realize at one point they don't matter because they are burning because I'm doing the work and they are not being able to do it. So the out of jealousy, people say a lot of hurtful things. So you have to be very strong as a person when you're doing this kind of work. It's going to be tough. Anything, when I was talking about these 3 points, no shortcut to happiness or success, these are all interlinked. If you give up early and you just don't follow your passion, let's say you want to be a chef, you wanted to be a cricketer, or you want to be a sportsman, but you didn't really believe in it. You just thought like, hey, just let me just take a chance. You just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you don't really become anything in life, and you just see how you wasted your time. You'll feel regret. If let's say you want to be academician, you should have studied harder, right? But for me, I was not an academician. I wanted to be creative. So I came with this plan that I will do fragrance reviews. I'll collect so many so I can keep doing, content. And by grace of God, I'm doing good. I got everything that I wanted in life so far. Alhamdulillah, like thanks to God. But what's painful is, when you, as a person, let's say you are that person, you criticize people, hey, your content is horrible, ha ha ha, man, your shirt is horrible, your room is dark, this, that. But actually, you know very well that you cannot reproduce or produce the content that perhaps the reviewer is doing. You don't have any love for it. You're just here to eat your biscuits and they just write comment every day. But you actually are the biggest fan of those people because you watch them religiously. I know a lot of people, a lot of kids, they are doing this to be viral. In Bangladesh, I see India, for wrong reasons. Some people take serious risk with their lives, bike stunt and stuff, and then they think like, if I jump from building to building or rooftop to rooftop, it'll look cool. But in the process, a lot of people lose lives, right? So people take it to next level. They do like sort of with the fire they play. And if not to that extent extreme, some reviewers, I notice, fragrance related content, they do everything else but fragrance talk. Very little fragrance content, but like some women, they just show off their body and stuff. Like perhaps it's what's trending, but it's a very sick trend. Not really. Being playful and fun, guys, one thing, but you make it nasty. You sound like, hey, you want to get laid and stuff. Wear this perfume. You want to get into her. Like it's a panty dropper list. I never do this thing. I feel it's really nasty. Even if it's a good, like dark joke, I don't really enjoy those. Okay, it's just me. If you enjoy, more power to you. But I don't do those lists. But I have seen reviewers. Let's just give you a fair example, and it's a very serious topic. I'm not bashing them. I'm happy for their success. But reviewers who started off very nice and they're like nice person, like normal, but they are not getting any views. They used to share videos, no one used to watch. Then suddenly they bring this sort of like a nasty contents, like like how to get kiss, how to do this. A lot of people get interested in this. They know that, and they started showing a little bit of their that stuff. Then started getting viral, and people like, wow, look at her, you are the best reviewer ever. No, they're not the best reviewer ever, because they are doing something to manipulate and take advantage of, and they hardly know anything about fragrances. And I say that because I watch them. I know they have no clue what they're talking about. They just get fragrances later, they get monetization, they get the 100,000 subscribers. And then what happens is people think, wow, that fragrance, it's a good thing. Perhaps it's selling, it's helping the companies. They're providing with bottles, but they're deceiving things. They never reveal. They get fragrances for free at times and they never reveal it. So you think you can do the same. A lot of these kids, new kids, I would suggest do not go to that way. And like, do not go that way. If you're a phony and you're just trying to show that's something you don't really believe in, like you really love perfumes, that's one thing, but you want to show you love, but you have no clue what you're talking about. You just think, I'll just gonna spend a lot of money, I'm rich, and I'll just do content of expensive fragrances, just show people that I'm better than others. Okay, wrong thinking. Okay, because there's no such thing. There's no guarantee that you buy a fragrance with $300,000, $400,000, it's gonna smell better than every single designer perfume. No, you will not get any compliments perhaps at all. But I'm not discouraging that. But some people's mindset is like this: I want to be viral very quickly. I want to do some funny things or something that unusual. I just gonna go with girls and everything. Yes, there was a time Jeremy did that and it got very popular. But Jeremy did, at first I found it very nice, because Jeremy's content was a little bit naughty, but it was not very nasty. Later on, nowadays I don't watch his content that much, but he sort of created this fun fragrance community, which was alternative community to someone like Robes or Fragrance Bros. So they were pretty pissed off at first, but he did take fragrance game to the next level, and he made it famous, and I am one of them. I was one of his biggest fans, and I sort of always watched his reviews, bought everything, Amara, Dylan Blue. I admit it, because I love fragrances. I really wanted those perfumes. Okay, and I used to like the girls like Lara. She was very beautiful. But the thing is, the focus nowadays, it's always about few other things. Always remember this. Okay, when even you watch me, I maybe am not out of it, okay? But I try my best not to be a phony. I try my best not to be a deceiving person that, go there and, like sellers should give me bottles for free, and I'll just, I can just simply say, hey, this I bought with my own money. This is the best, okay? If I feel a fragrance, I got it for free, is not the best, I didn't like it, I say it, And that's why I have certain respect in the community, which I value the most. I don't have the highest number of subscribers. I do not regret it. I do not make the highest amount of money like out of the other reviewers who have thousands of views. But when I watch their content, it's missing the soul. It's always about, how to turn on your girl, this and that. I'm sorry, it's just maybe I'm just too old. But they don't really happen. The reality is they don't happen. You don't get 1,000 compliments per night. You do not, like hardly any fragrance. Like people talk about, reviews talk about, let's say, Lanui Delhomme was on fragrance, I always got noticed with. Dior Intense got noticed with. But a lot of these niche perfumes that some reviewers got for free, and then you can tell, some certain, I don't want to take name, but they sort of are always sponsored. And they only review one house, Parfum de Marly, or I'm not saying that I'm wearing Parfum de Marly, but I'm not saying that perhaps they don't mean it, but many times it feels like they are just lying. They are just like promoters, and I despise that. As a reviewer, I don't want to do it. If I got it for free, I have to mention it. That's the whole transparency of doing this work. Otherwise, what's there? So to be viral, man, don't lose your soul. Don't sell your soul. Do not do things that you think it's going to look cool and everything, but it's nothing to do with real work. And people can tell, if you're being cheap, you'll not get the love of people. You may get the numbers. You get very quickly like 100,000 subscribers, silver play, platinum, this, that play buttons and stuff. But your work will actually show that it's just without any soul. Okay, so some people try to do negative things. They poke other people, they go after other people and do negative lot of things. They insult people to become famous, and then suddenly they were like 1,000 subscribers, suddenly they become 8,000. And the thing is, you can see like why they were doing it. Their whole purpose was to connect with the sellers, make it like, a lot of people out there love negative drama, right? So nowadays, a lot of negativity out there, a lot more negativity. You never see anything nice, heartwarming, but that's what we need. We need good stuff. We need good people. We need creative people who are here to do the work. I'm just letting you know my point of view. I'm not saying this is universal. You can disagree with me. Absolutely fine. But think about it. Everything is sarcasm. Everything is savage. Everything is like people destroying people and then take them down. Ha ha ha. Who's a better, smarter person? But in the long run, when you are in trouble, when you are in a, let's say, a crisis or everything, you need good people to come and help you. You'll never ever find those savage people, because they're selfish. Okay. So in the end, this important topic I wanted to do, because if you are a content creator, be original. If you are funny, be funny, but hurting others, going after others, taking their name, or using like cheap fame, trying to get viral overnight. But you see your content, people just don't like you. They make fun of you, but you got numbers, people got views. But they're doing some horrible things like TikTok in Bangladesh. I see this kids have no education, nothing. They look like horrible with the hairstyle, and they go the bike riding and stunt, all this. People like that sometimes. People do like negative things, but those are not good things, right? So we have to stop promoting negative stuff. We have to stop talking about negative stuff. We have to be positive, and we have to be brave. Last point is we have to be brave. A lot of these trolls are not brave. They are just cowards. They hide. You guys know that. They hide behind fake profiles, fake names, and they know people cannot see them. And then if you go to their channel, absolutely zero content. So no respect for that, but also respect a little bit for them, because they are the ones who watch all your content, right? So try to be positive, and if you cannot help someone, don't harm them. Don't hurt them, because you do not know what damages you actually do by being a bully, right? So thank you so much for watching, and I thought I'd make it like 10 minutes video, but I get carried away. Love you all. Thank you so much for all your love. Enjoy what you want, enjoy in life, and be honest and transparent to yourself. One point, if you're not nice, you cannot look at yourself like, hey, I've not been a good guy. That's a very bad feeling. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.